Alright, so how about a walkthrough of the boat? This is the Cal 246. Let's start out just kind of wandering around and go through all of the stuff. Sorry, it's not quite as picked up and neat as it could be. Let's do this as the interior walk around right now and follow it up with the exterior walk around. So let's start out with, well, I'm in the saloon, so and there's the companionway that goes up to the cockpit, the passageway into the galley, and then further back to the master stateroom. It's a rather large settee and a table that folds out. Need to have a few extra chairs in here. There is the chart, or the nav station with the chart plotter and the instrumentation and what have you. And of course the big king post, you've got to have that. Little wood burning stove, lots of windows, and you don't get to see a whole lot. You got curtains. I found out that the windshield sun protectors for the cars work pretty well for these, but it's a lot of window space. Heading forward, we got the forward head. Oh, isn't that exciting? Oh, place to go potty. And we can turn on some light. This is up in the V-berth. A little cluttered right now. Previous owner decided that he was going to build a closet, and he left me all of the wood in a partially built closet, and I have no interest in that. The little passageway is up there in the V-berth that goes into the anchor locker. And you got the inside controls for the windlass. Of course, I'm using a V-berth to store a couple of guitars right now. So, they won't be there. You come visit, the guitars will be moved. Heading aft, go through the galley. We do have sink, storage. Actually have a microwave. This little cabinet down here is a currently non-functional refrigerator. We'll be fixing that. Give me a 12-volt refrigerator. It's a rather nice stateroom back here with its own settee, and a double berth, and another head. With a shower and all that stuff. Now, through this door, we go into the workroom. Which is one of the things that I really like about this boat, is I've got a large workspace as well as access to the engine. So this is basically it. Got all sorts of stuff to play with in here, and I hang out in there quite a bit, as you might imagine. But so it's dark outside, so we won't do the exterior walkthrough. Maybe tomorrow if the weather is nice. And then I've got backlit stained glass sailboat cabinets in here, so pretty cool stuff. Anyway, it's very nice accommodations. Love sleeping on this boat, though it's always interesting after you've been spending time on the boat. You get ashore and you swear that the ground is moving. So anyway, look forward to the taking you on the exterior tour in the future. Well, another day. It's turned out it was rainy this morning, but it's bright sunshiny today, so I think today would be a good day to go through the exterior part of the boat. So, switch cameras here, and we're in the saloon right now, and we'll go up through the companionway into the cockpit. So this is where the driving happens and all that. got the covers on, but you got the instruments. There's a chart plotter that will swing around to be visible by the helm. The old magnetic compass, drink holders, primary halyard winch. You got the main halyard, and all of the reefing lines brought back into here. So then as we go around, we've got the two autopilots and the VHF radio, and a hard Dodger with these wonderful windows. And I've been out in a couple of times in the boat already where I'm saying, yeah, no, I'm glad I got a hard Dodger. But then there's also the time that I ran into, well, let's see, yeah, I found the Dodger with my forehead. So aft, we've got a nice large aft deck. This is a center cockpit boat. We got a nice little Magma grill, dinghy on davits off the back, and that hatch goes down into the main, the master cabin. We have the a lazarette, and down in the back is a swim platform. And this lovely little ladder thing is the swim ladder that fastens on back there. Dedicated winch for the swim platform, or for the dinghy. And I'll probably be putting solar or wind power on at least the starboard mount there, and then figure out how to put solar on here. This is kind of a half-baked rack for the sup, and the sup came with the boat because the previous owner said, yeah, I got a good one, I don't need that one. Two cranes that I can use for lifting things. It comes in handy to lift the outboard up, because that bloody thing is heavy. And also in the aft side, we've got the main halyard, or the main sheet winch, and primary and secondary trimming sheet winches. Going up the side deck, you can see we got additional halyards running up the mast that are terminated at the mast, and this bloody big thing on the front of the mast is the spinnaker pole, well, extendable, I guess you could call it a whisker pole, that used for winging the sail out. The chimney for the wood burning stove, and then all the way up into the foredeck, the furler, the anchor windlass. Currently I've got, I think it's a 35-pound Bruce on there, and I've got a 75-pound Mantis M1 that I'll be putting on. And as we stand up here, we can take a look up the mast, and you can see I've got, there's the radome, the horns, and that little three-lobed thing in there is radar reflector. Hopefully I'm seen by other ships. Anyway, and then I've got my trusty AYC Burgee flying from the port spreader. That don't have to go through customs, so I don't have the Q flag up. I'm in Bremerton, so port side deck, much like the starboard side, except this is where the power is comes in. I got full 50 amp service, which comes in handy, particularly at this marina, because when they run the 30 amp, even though I got two legs, they're all run on a single 30 amp breaker. So if both legs are drawing over 30 amps, it trips, which is fun when it's snowing out. Ask me how I know. Anyway, this is the Twisted Journey. It is a God, it's a fun boat. So give you some idea of the marina around here. If somebody is thinking about going to a power boat, let's see if I can zoom into this guy. You can see the trawler across from me. Zoom in on it. Too far. Met the guy and he says he's thinking about selling that thing for. I said, what do you want for it? And he said 55. And I said, 50-something foot trawler, 55K, could be doable. But all right, let's switch back. Good. Anyway, you see some of the boats behind me as I walk up. It is quite a bit of a hike, and I get my steps in usually. A number of these boats are for sale, but then hopefully the noise isn't too bad around me. They've decided on the breakwater to pressure wash it today, and this is, yeah, let me flip this back around. Nice boat. This guy just brought it over here about a week ago as a Juneau. Nice boat. Sun Odyssey 419. It's about 42 feet long, but it's a really cute boat. He was working on his, I was talking to him when he was working on his dinghy on the foredeck. But people are friendly. It's a wonderful place, and I can't see the shipyards here from here. I'll do that some other time. But then you see across there, that's the Turner Joy DD 951. It's now a museum. It was I think somebody said it fired the first naval shot in the Vietnam conflict. So it is a well-decorated ship. Now it's interesting to go through it because it was, as one guy said, "Hey, you used to be Navy, right?" And I go, "Yeah." And he says, "You remember the smell?" And I go, "Oh yes, oh yes." But it was a lot more cramped than my aircraft carrier. Anyway, that's about it for outside and walking around today. Hope you enjoy this, and I will talk to y'all later.